so late. Things have been hectic. Things have been very hectic. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ben Gets Stuff Done stream, where I try to retain what little sanity I have left today. So I meant to start like an hour and a half ago, but things kept piling up, and things that I can't just ignore, like giving somebody a ride somewhere when that somebody is my wife. I can't really say no. So we'll get our title card going, and we'll get the rest of this going too. Hopefully, we can get some good stuff going today. I don't have as much of a list as I want to have. I have a few game ideas that I want to do, or like level designs for Color Jumper. And after that, I think I'm just going to try to do music stuff. Okay, sending that tweet out. Get people coming into the channel, hopefully. And we can get rolling. So, yeah, this past, actually, thinking about it, these past 2 weeks have been kind of just a fucking nightmare. I don't need my headphones right now, so I'm going to take them off. Like, I looked at my progress over the last 2 weeks, and I finished 2 songs, and that was about it. And when you need to write 16 songs in a month, that's a problem. Let's see, where is my notes for levels? So, I'm gonna just do some Color Jumper stuff first, and we'll move on from there. So, it also doesn't help that I have been, like, completely exhausted the past like week or two, and I don't know if that's an issue with exercise or if that's an issue with just kind of overwhelming myself with too much stuff to do. I also realized that my title is wrong. Ben Gets Stuff Done. Game Dev Music. Every time I have that wrong. Every single time. So, yeah, I have been stretched very thin, which is not very good for my mental well-being. And that's something I need to work on fixing. Excuse me, fixing. So, I'm actually thinking, I was thinking about this more, and I think that this is actually a really good level to introduce how moving platforms work. Because you start in a safe spot, and it introduces all sorts of various ways that the moving platforms can work. I actually fixed a very interesting bug over the week where if you touched a moving platform that was a color, if you were inside a moving platform that was colored, you would just instantly die, which goes with the mechanics of crushing the player, because suddenly the player was inside of a platform that that was moving, and when it became solid, it was solid on the top and the bottom, and the crush mechanics were just like, oh, you are in a space smaller than your character, so you just die. So I had to fix that, which was good. I might actually make this one move as well, just to be like, hey, we can move more than just gray platforms. So I'll just go like this too. Hi, Ollie. Thanks for swinging by today. Sorry I'm starting so late. It has been a day. To explain how much of a day it's been, I tried to have breakfast, or I tried to start having breakfast at about 7:30 this morning. And I finally actually had breakfast at 11:45. So that's cool. That's still not moving. What am I doing wrong here? It should be moving. Oh, right, because I have to set a time to move. How are you today, Ollie? And hello, Amy. How are you today as well? It's good to see both of you. And I apologize if my voice is a little screwed up right now. There we go. I actually had a long night last night where I was supposed to be writing music, but I ended up on Tim's stream, the Insert Coin Theater stream, and just spouting off a stream of consciousness for like 5 hours. It was actually a lot of fun to just kind of rant and say whatever I wanted, you know, in the company of Tim and friends. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, but I did not get a whole lot of stuff done. And then at the end of that, I was just absolutely exhausted. And then I went to sleep. So I don't need that one anymore because this is going to be level 25. And then level 26 is very basic, just more moving platforms. I have a good idea of what I want to do with this one. It's kind of like a throwback to Super Meat Boy, where it had a moving like everything's just open over a pit, and there's like moving platforms going over that pit. Feels like the audio's loud. There we go. So I think I'm going to do that one real quick. My goal today is to make at least 5 levels. I have like 4 in mind, and I think I can pull another one out of my butt, and that should be good. I am hopefully going to stream for at least like 2 hours. Like, I just have so much to do today, and I know that this is the Ben Gets Stuff Done stream, but not everything I can do can be shared on stream. There's this chiptune project that I'm working on where he says that I can share it, but sometimes, I mean, he's a super cool guy, and I definitely don't want to step on his toes for any particular reason. So I might try to work on that on stream. Otherwise, I might just take that offline and try to keep working with it, because it's been very difficult lately. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Ollie. That's awesome. And yeah, it's been going okay. It's just one of those things that one thing happened, and then another thing happened, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I was supposed to start the stream an hour ago, and I am 20 miles from home, and I need to still have breakfast, or else I will be dead to the world. So it's been kind of rough, but it's been good overall. Like, I helped my wife get to where she needed to go, and you know, all this other stuff. So I can't complain. It's just trying to get everything done. So I'm thinking with this level, it's going to be fairly simple. I'm just going to kind of go nuts with it right now, and I think this is kind of the best way to handle these level generations, is to just kind of make the rough draft and then roll with it from there, because otherwise I get really wrapped up in all the minutia, and right now I can't get wrapped up in the minutia because some of these levels just need to get made, and then we can move from there. Because when I did the other level, the maze level, that one was a lot of fun to make because I just kind of made a rough idea, and then I just kind of kept filling things in until it was a level that I was happy with. And I mean, far be it from me. I mean, I use that same tactic pretty much in all my creative endeavors, which isn't a bad thing. It's just how it is. Also, my voice feels very, very deep today, so enjoy that. I feel like I just woke up, but I've been up for like 4 hours already. So that's cool. So right now I'm just kind of making the basic level idea, and then I can work on testing it and making sure that it all fits together in the way that I want. So how's everybody's Saturday going? I had yesterday off because it was a bank holiday. So today feels like my Sunday, which is kind of cool, but kind of sucks. I actually took Monday off, so I have a 4-day weekend, which is which is going to be nice, but I also feel like I need to actually work on stuff because, like I said, the first thing I did, or I have not been very productive this past 2 weeks, and part of that I blame on an addiction to YouTube because I realized I fell off that wagon again. It's so easy to fall off that wagon. I actually really kind of hate it, but I think that when you get overwhelmed, and I'm sure everybody's been there, where you just get overwhelmed and you don't want to work on anything anymore. It's so easy to just shut your brain off. So I need to see if you can make this jump. I don't think you can. Oh yeah, you totally can. Okay, so I want to make sure that you can't make that jump. I'm going to extend this out. I also need to unlock the x-axis, I guess. As much as I don't want this to all be one little thing, I think that I like having it be tall. Oh, I locked the x and the y-axis. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Oh boy. Also, in addition to all that other stuff, my chair is busted. I think if I go to full screen, yeah, you can see right there, it's the... my chair's broken, and I'm sitting on a dining room table. Chair, not the table itself. I'm sitting on a chair from my dining room, which is pretty much as equally as uncomfortable as actually sitting on one of the chairs, or my busted chair, but I don't want my busted chair to actually break and kill one of the cats that are underneath it. So that's another thing that I need to address. And yeah, so I'm kind of thinking that, let's see, red and yellow. I want to see if I can do something here that I was thinking about earlier. Oops, I can't do that. You can't do it that way. Oops, that's 1 by 2. So, what's your art camp like, Ollie? Are you just doing projects, or you like doing painting? I know that when my lady and I go on vacation, she brings her painting stuff with, and she generally gets a lot of painting done, which she doesn't really do anywhere else. Sometimes she draws, but for the most part, she does painting, which is really cool, because she doesn't do it very often, and she's pretty good at it. So synchronizing these platforms is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm going to have their move speed to be always 3, but I don't I don't have a very good way of controlling the movements here. So that goes by 8 and this goes by 4. So this should be like 1.5, I guess. Okay, so those should go a little slower. These are still also teaching the player how to use moving platforms, so I really don't want to overwhelm them. And then I'll have another one. I could have a little bit of a dip here. Like, so the player has to kind of scoot down and then back up again. Yeah, I'll do that. That's actually not a pretty bad move. So I'll have this to be 4. Bring this to 1. And we'll keep on keeping on. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you so much for hanging out and just being part of the stream. Hey, Drict! How you doing? Again, I apologize if I'm a little more low energy. Prove my music chops. Oh, that's super cool, Ollie. I really like the process of like disassembling music. It is surprisingly exhausting, just because there's so much you can do and there's so much you can learn from it. So yeah, I think that that's super cool that you can do that. Okay, so this level right now is fairly simple. Requires a little bit of waiting, so this relies on cycles, and then there has to be some kind of bullshit over here, and I think we're good for this level. And yeah, I want to make a lot of levels for this. It's just getting rolling on it, you know. It's nice to see you again, Direct, as well. That sentence was not structured in a way that makes any sense. Direct, it is also nice to see you. Thank you for hanging out today. I'm kind of thinking that what I can do at the end here, because what I want to do in this level is just kind of explain that not everything could be considered a moving platform, not just gray blocks. So what I kind of want to do is I want to have a moving platform in front of this. Just kind of be like the goalie block the shot kind of thing. So we'll have that. We'll have it move 4 up. Oh, wait, it is moving. No, 8 up. And then time to move 4. I'm trying to make sure that that's actually symmetrical, which I think it is. 1, 2. Oh. One and a half. 1, 2. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Oh, it's not that because this is jacked. Move this up 1. There we go. There we go. That's better. And then we just need, what do we need up here? There needs to be something up here to block the player from just, well, let's give it a look. Ollie, that's a good question. I have a little bit, there is a speedrun way of doing this. If you are super ballsy, you can make it in 1 cycle. Ollie, right now it's a little bit of both. Okay, let's not go for this speedrun strat right away. I have ideas in my head, and I have ideas from games that I've played in the past. Like, I've played a lot of Super Meat Boy. That platform is not moving, but its particles are going bonkers. Oh, loop. Good job. So yeah, I have some things written down. Yeah, there you go. Interesting, Direct. So, demo level. I do have things written down, and I have ideas that I want to do that are still in my head. Most of those are like the more complex levels that I might actually make 1 or 2 today because I kind of want to do some of the end game levels because those are going to be fun to make. And then yeah, it's just kind of it's a mixture of all of it. I don't have any particular system yet, but I do need to get started. So in the original Super Meat Boy level, I believe like this is kind of a facsimile of it. It's not exactly the same, but I believe that there was actually projectiles going through right here, so you had to like weave your way through, but projectiles haven't been introduced yet. So what I might do is I might just make another blocker right here. And then make it -2, and then this will move at like 0.5. I want to make sure that everything moves at the same speed, because if things get out of sync in this level, that's going to be actually pretty bad. Whoops. And all these levels are going to require tuning anyway, so it's not going to be like these are the end projects for any. Crap. I'm trying to do it the fast way because I'm being impatient. But you know, the fast way isn't the best way. Okay, so there's that. I might actually double that one's speed because that's actually really slow. Ollie, that's an interesting idea, but no. I think if I had 2 players, like 2-player objects in the game, it would basically just break. Let's find out. Yeah, I think it would just break. Because the camera wouldn't know which one to follow. Yep. There you go. Yeah. I think that would be pretty cool. I got a text, just a second. Have to give Famitracker another go. It's really difficult for me without a piano roll. Yeah, Ollie, that is a very large, a very, very difficult gap to overcome. Just because there's so much that you're used to with a piano roll, and I completely agree with you. But I feel that having a different process that doesn't. That's not even a link. High local minimum. Follow vector3.lerp player1 player2. Yeah, and that it's not a bad idea, local, but the way that this game is structured, this is my first Unity game, so things aren't created in the best way in some degrees. Like I think the code behind the game is very solid, but it's not done in an optimized way that allows me to go back and change things like that. So it's definitely something I could do, but honestly, I think that as it stands, this game is probably difficult enough for the time being, and it's definitely something I want to do in the future. But for this game, I'm probably going to I'm probably just gonna make a bunch of levels, and I think that's gonna go really well. So yeah, I have a level here, and it's not, you know, there's kind of this empty space here which I don't know what to do with, but I think that I mean, one thing I could do is just go like that, I guess, and oops, to force the player to make like a really risky jump, but I don't know how I feel about that. That's actually, I like that. So I'm going to bring this up to, I'm going to make this 6. Yeah, I'm moving my stuff around because it's not in a very good spot. There we go. So yeah, one thing that a lot of people have talked about with Super Meat Boy is they have just a generally difficult level. And, oh god, I need to plug my controller in, I think. There's like a generally difficult level that takes a while. And the key component here is that it takes a while because... oh, thanks, Ollie. And then there's this one hazard right at the end that that can trip you up, and the hazard at the end isn't exactly difficult. It's just the longer you go in the level, the pressure for you to succeed actually mounts more and more. So when you get to that end obstacle, even though it's not necessarily difficult, it puts a lot of pressure on the player to do it correctly. I might have to just plug my controller in. But it's good that this is actually difficult for me, because that means it'll be difficult for other people as well. Where is my controller? I can't lose that. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Off in a place I never thought to look. Okay, so I'm gonna have to... I might have to close Unity to plug this in. Sometimes it recognizes it, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, okay, joystick connected. Yeah, Ollie, GameMaker 2 looks interesting, and it definitely makes sense why they were giving GameMaker 1 away for free now. Like conspiracy theory and all that crap, but oh geez, I almost died there. So that was 12.5 seconds. I think I can get this in under 10 seconds if I rush, because I need to figure out the gold time, and then I need to figure out the I need to figure out the time or the number of rotations. Maybe I'll do rotations first because that's easy, because I can just chill here. Jump. Shit, what was that? I didn't catch it in time. Ah! There's glare on my monitor, which does not help right now. I'm seeing all the black squares. Yeah, GameMaker is a really good system. I'm glad that they're continuing to work on it. So if you can beat that cycle, you're going to get a really good time. Okay, so 63, that's 7 jumps. And then 7 jumps and... Oh, that's good. I didn't know that they were giving a discount on upgrades. Oh my god. I'm not getting my short jumps very well today. Or my jumps at all, for that matter. Okay. 7 jumps. Nope. Yeah, well, you're going to be committed to one engine almost regardless, unless you do a lot of different projects. I'm going to say this is 12 seconds. I think that you can go faster than this, but for the time being, I'm just going to go with that. You might be able to cheese a cycle. I don't think that you can make that jump. No. Yeah, and I mean, having all the tools for all the jobs is great. Like, from a music perspective, having access to FL Studio and Ableton and, you know, and Famitracker and everything. Well, and Drex, they're not like phasing out GameMaker. They're just creating a new version. Okay, so there's this level, which is another classic. Okay, so 27 I need something for, because 27 is empty right now. So it would be cool if I was able to fill out 25 to 49 like within the next week or two. Oh, shit, before I forget. Okay, Google. Set alarm 5:30 a.m. have to get up early tomorrow morning and restart some applications. And I keep forgetting to set an alarm. Hey, Zelgrith! I am doing well. How are you? Right now, I'm just working on color jumper levels. I'm doing my best to stay productive. These past 2 weeks have kind of kicked my ass. Oh, man. Okay, so where's my pen? I keep losing my pens. There we go. So, moving platforms, done. Wall slide jump to avoid projectiles. That's on the way. So that's done. This is like my notes from last week. That's kind of how far behind I am right now. Columns with enemies. So that's for some dumbfire turret levels, which I'll get to. Oh yeah, no, I really like, I mean, I only use the OK Google for setting up alarms. Because I can be like, okay, Google, set alarm 20 minutes if I want to like take a nap, or if I need to, if I have something in the oven or something like that. I'm able to just trigger that and then just not worry about it until my phone goes off. And it's super convenient. Like, I love it a lot, but I don't use it for any of the advanced commands. Like, I'm not like, okay, Google, text Christine, thanks for whatever, you know. So, yeah, it's a thing. Level template. No, I thought I renamed this. Add open scene. Level 29 or 27. Level 30 apparently no longer exists. I have 2 level 25s. Okay, this is turning into kind of a mess. I forgot about some of these levels we made. I also tinkered with this one a little bit more. I was actually running into some pretty severe bugs with this level near the end, where passing through these pillars were actually causing the player to move in a way that I wasn't really happy with. And I kind of figured it all out. Yeah, Zelgrith, I would love to do 10 levels today, but honestly, I don't think I have the juice in me for it. Yeah, I have to do the server restarts at server restarts at 6 in the morning. Ollie, last week I think I did 7 levels. I didn't do 10. Like, my goal would be 10, but if I don't have things written down beforehand, I have a really hard time figuring out how to make 10 levels from scratch, like, while I'm doing this. Okay, so why is this one level 25 and this one level 25? Can I just add the same opens? No, I can't. So delete. Delete. Because I thought that when you added something, it also changed the because this is 27 and 27 is in the right spot. So that, go to 25, save, file, build settings, add open scenes, level 25. There we go. So that's good. 26 is good. 27 is something that we need to make now. Yeah, I mean, my initial goal was make 10 levels every week. Just because that way I would basically be done with all the levels I need by the end of December, which would give me like a month or so to test with friends and do some open testing. And yeah, that may or may not happen. It just depends on how the rest of this month in December goes. I got a message. I need to run for like 3 minutes. So sorry today's such a mess. I will be back very, very soon. And there's a cat on my lap now that doesn't want me to leave. So I'll be back very soon. I'm going to turn up the music so you guys have something to jam to. And no, that's an ambient track. Sweet, that works. I'll be back very soon, guys. Sorry for the mess today. Okay. Okay. I'm back. Yes, Inked, it was totally your fault that I left. I saw you were coming, and I was just like, I can't handle this. So, hi everyone. Yeah, it's been a day. Hopefully I won't get any more distractions. My wife is going off to a, not really a convention, but like a workshop. And there's some issues along the way that I needed to help with because I provided the speakers for it. And things are getting better. So this level needs to be more difficult when it comes to moving platforms. And honestly, I think actually swapping 27 and 28 might be good because I like the idea of having this level and then a level that pressures you to move very quickly. No, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. Crusher. I don't have goals yet. Just like real life. So yeah, like, if you ever want to let somebody know that you love them, give them your time. Because your time is the only thing that's a finite resource in your life. A lot of people would say money, but the only way to get money often is to invest your time. And you need time to do basically everything. And if you want to tell somebody you like them, give them your time. And if they don't appreciate that you gave them your time, then they probably don't deserve it. And like appreciate doesn't mean, oh well, yeah, I'll go out with you. But if they don't understand that you are basically giving them the finite resource of your life, if they don't understand that, they don't appreciate that in some way, then they're probably not worth your time. I don't really know how I got on this subject. Either way, this level is going to be about using the Zelgrith, yes, to some degree, but that's an abstraction of money. Like, money is basically, people give you money because you are giving them your time and your knowledge, of course, as well. But you're basically exchanging your time for money. Because otherwise, there wouldn't be a work day. There would just be everybody works on commission. Like, you finish this project and I'll give you, $100. Not you work here for 8 hours and I'll give you $100. Like, I don't know. I worked in retail. I know that there's definitely some delineation there. And Ollie, yeah, that's a very good point. Like wasting your time or wasting money is basically just wasting your time. But it's like, it's so easy to, yeah, I guess I need to fix the background too. It's so easy to take things for granted. And not only just things, but people as well. And it happens so often with a lot of people that I know. And sometimes you just need to prove to them that they're worth your time. And that's not always easy, but that's something that needs to happen, because if you don't invest your time or your energy into somebody else's life, I mean, how are they going to know that you're friends or that you want to date them or anything else? How did I get on this topic? I love talking about this stuff, but that got super deep. Like, that went from 0 to 60 like right away. So I realized yesterday that I don't think that I can have an enemy on a moving platform, because I don't know if the code for the enemy movement works the same way as the code for the player movement. So let's give it a try. I might have to modify the code for the enemy a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, offering your time to somebody is so important, and I do feel that it's very easy to just like, oh no, it does kind of work, not exactly, but it works well enough. Bam. So yeah, like I can't remember where exactly I initially read that, but it was linked to if you use Sebastian code, it works. I'm doing it in my game. Yeah, this is kind of a bastardization of Sebastian's code. It works, but it doesn't. It doesn't. What's happening is it actually doesn't convey that if the platform is moving, it doesn't bring that movement into account for the enemy, and that's actually not. I don't think that's a very hard fix because I have that as a public variable. Update, destroy object, destroy. Yeah, exactly, Zelgroth. It's moving. It's moving at its own pace, regardless of Oh, this is the collectible controller. That's why it doesn't look right. There we go. Hey, okay, fixed update. So start ray edge, hit edge. So that reverses it, and velocity. Okay, so is velocity canceled out every time? Oh, Ollie, this is not Sebastian's code in the purest sense. I definitely did my own like voodoo to it, so if hit edge dot transform dot get component hazard block dot is moving velocity plus equals, well, it would just be equals. Shit, I'm using this twice. I should really break it out, but move, what is it? Move speed? Time to move is moving, move loop, move 2. Velocity? Current velocity. So let me hazard block hit script equals that. And if hit script is moving, so if the block is moving, then that block has a velocity. That should work. Well, that broke everything. That's hilarious. Hit script. Okay. Else, that goes there, and then it works. Kinda. It only works going one direction, it seems. Okay, so if it doesn't hit an edge... Okay, and the other problem is that I'm zeroing out this velocity, which I probably shouldn't be doing.
What you have is nothing more than a system of wires and circuits. It can show feelings only to the extent of which you program it to.
that fixed it.
No more than the table you built it on will be.
And I'm just going to go to a different level to make sure that it's actually working in the other levels still. That is, ugh, I don't really want to do that level. Whoa! Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Okay, so we have some issues to work out. Yeah, Ollie, that's another way of doing it. So I just need to, because I don't want to velocity.x equals 0. I don't want to zero out the y because then the gravity doesn't work. Oops. Because then the gravity calculations don't work. The enemy falls at a consistent speed. However, I want to zero out the x. And then I also need to bring this back. Sanic. Okay, so yeah, it works there. It should work on level 11 again. Yep. Okay, so we fixed it. I'm super bad at the speedrun stress for this level. It's actually really hard. There we go. Got it. That one's really hard. Platinum, though. Yup, yup. So, so the thing that kind of sucks is, you'll notice that when a enemy spawns, it kind of just like shakes left and right. Because I should have a Boolean for just spawned equals true. And when it does hit an edge, or when it does hit something, then just spawned equals false. And if it hasn't hit edge, and if it has not hit the ground yet, that way it won't shake left and right. When it just spawns, it'll just fall straight down. Well, that didn't... Oh, and that broke it there. God damn it. Apparently my logic brain is not working as well as I want it to do today. Okay. So, just spawned equals true. We got that. If it equals true, then don't jiggle it left and right when we just spawn it up. Otherwise, if it hits something, which it should when it hits the ground, set that to false. No, we don't want an or there. Why can't my brain work today? Maybe we do want an or there. Nope. Oh. And honestly, it's just a very small detail, so maybe I'll just hold off on that. And I'll put it in the bug list for the future. Because most enemies spawn off screen, and even if they do spawn on screen, it's like a very small graphical thing. It's just one of those things that annoys me that probably nobody else will notice. But yeah, it's just like, it should be super easy. We'll just spawned. Jiggle, jiggle it. True. So if it's just spawned, then it's true. If the raycast doesn't hit an edge, which basically goes down based on vector 2.down, and this should just be... Take care, Ollie. Thanks for swinging by. Okay. Hit edge. What zeroes out the gravity, by the way? There it is. Hit horizontal. Okay, so there's more shit down here that I didn't take into account. This is where I should put it. Okay, so if hit horizontal... Okay, so there's 3 raycasts going on. The hit edge goes at the edge of the thing to determine whether or not to flip it left or right. No. And the vertical one resets the velocity. So if this one is done, then just spawned equals false because it hit the ground. So if hit edge, actually all of this should probably go down here because this is for when the player or for when the enemy is actually on the ground. That's what I get for not really reading my script. But like I said, there's huge glare coming off the screen or off the window over there, so I'm really kind of dealing with all that. Oops. There we go. Okay, transform.position. Where am I? Okay, enemy speed. This goes way at the end now. This is just flipping it left and right. So if hit edge and not just spawned, that should fix it. Yay! Sometimes logic wins, boys. Take care. Oh, Inked, I don't know if you're leaving, but take care if you are. Okay. Okay. Well, that problem's solved. Let's actually just go back to level, 11 just to make sure that it is solved. Okay. 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 Let's just go back to our Minnesotan accent here. It's actually a really shitty Minnesotan accent. I try to make fun of Minnesotan accents, but I'm just not able to. Because the few words that are very Minnesotan-y for me, like the word bag, that comes so naturally that I'm not able to make fun of it. But when people are talking about all the Minnesotans out there, it's very hard to just kind of adapt that persona, because I end up just going into a different voice altogether, and that's probably offensive to somebody. So I'm thinking that what I can do with this one is this level will be a little bit simpler, but it's introducing the concept of having enemies in addition to moving platforms, because things are just going to keep getting more complicated as things go on, and that's how these levels or these games generally work. Is you add one mechanic at a time, and things just get more and more complicated as things go on. All right, glad to see you're still here, Inksplat. Also, I talk very close to my microphone. When I was talking with Tim yesterday on his stream. They look majestic. Yeah, we need to figure out what color this enemy should be. I'm thinking that just to be a jerk about it, we'll have it on the left or the right-hand side. So it'll be like this. And you gotta go like that. I think I'm gonna name this level, if I haven't already. No, this isn't gonna be a Crusher level anymore. This is Close Combat. Hey, Naduksu. I probably said that wrong, but hey, good to see ya. Oh, I also, what do I have open in Ableton here? Nothing. I have to. One thing I'm trying to do when I get a new follower is to just like jam out on the piano for 20 or 30 seconds. And it's like I always have to have this piano open now because otherwise I won't remember to do it. And like I'm planning on taking like some piano lessons either online or on like actual human interaction piano lessons next year. And I hope that that'll improve my improv skills because yeah, I really love playing piano. And let me just make sure this is actually right. I'm probably going to go over to Ableton later today anyway, so I'm not that worried about setting it up perfectly. But oh, hey, I wasn't sorry, Naduksu. Not XU. I don't know how to say your name, but I wasn't saying all that because I was trying to get you to subscribe. I was saying that because I saw you and you were a new name, and I realized that if you did subscribe, I'd be unprepared. But hey, now that you're here, let's see what I can do. And last time when I was doing this, I was doing this, I was saying I should put more like jazzy stuff on it. Anyway, thanks for following, man. I really appreciate that. I will probably be doing music later today, but right now I just kind of want to jam out and try to finish some of these levels. So I named this level Close Combat because I like the Closer Combat. It's fucking 9 Inch Nails now. Was it 9 Inch Nails that did Closer? I can't remember. Okay, yeah, it was. Either way, I want to kind of hammer out a bunch more of these levels before I jump into something else. The other nice thing about having this, and who suggested having the platforms only move vertically? Ali suggested that. Oh, I didn't know that you followed me on Twitter. I don't know. Everybody, I've mentioned this before, but everybody has like different Twitter names than they do Twitch names, so it's very hard for me to keep track. I've been actually streaming for almost a year now, not continuously, but like I started really last December, and I started actually doing production, like creative streams in January. Oh, cool, it does work. Okay, so so there is a little, if you see when it goes up, it goes like, boing. Yeah, there's a little bit of a velocity thing, which can be very amusing if you do this. Get off Mr. Bones' wild ride there. That's actually really amusing. I might have to make a GIF of that at some point. So yeah, I've been doing creative stuff on Twitch for about a year now. I started by doing the 2-hour track challenge back in January, and And after that, it just I might make something that does that, just because it's kind of hilarious. Okay, so that's the top color needs to be that, and the rest needs to be black. And then after that, I started branching out and doing things like the Ben Gets Stuff Done stream, which is basically just me trying to get a bunch of work done because I am very, very good at procrastinating, and I don't end up getting things done when I need to get them done. So I end up just doing stuff like this, which I actually genuinely enjoy. It's a lot of fun to hang out with people and like just shoot the shit and chat and just have fun with it. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Wednesdays I do the 2-hour track challenge, which I have mentioned a couple times in the past, but that's gonna get retired a little bit fairly soon. I'm still gonna do music streams, but I'm going to do the 2-hour challenge a little bit less frequently, just because it's so exhausting and I have a lot going on. Okay, so there's that. Bam. And then just keep moving forward. So yeah, I want this level to be like all moving platforms and all things that I mean, if you wanted me to be really dickish, I could have this moving platform go very fast, and then I could have this enemy only destroyable on the bottom. So I could do this. So you'd have to like sneak in there and try to kill him. But I don't think I'm gonna do that, at least not right away. Enemy object, red. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then basically just have a couple different ways of fighting enemies. Like I might have and then the ground will probably just be all like black for most of it. So maybe it's like black here. Oops. Duplicate. But anyway, yeah, I kind of like the idea of just ejecting enemies into the air, and you have to hit them from underneath. Yeah. I probably will do that. And there's a couple ways that I think that I can make that work. I just need to see if I can just make it work. Actually, now that I'm thinking about the code, if the enemy I don't like that the enemy just kind of shakes left and right when they're airborne, just in general. So I think if I do that, that'll fix that problem. Maybe. We'll see. Actually, no, I don't want that there. I haven't looked at this code in like a month now. It's pretty sad. Not like in a bad way. It's just one of those things where it's just I haven't really gotten to it because I've been busy with other stuff. So I'm thinking what I want to do now is I have kind of like this side-to-side thing. And then I have this jump right here, which would leave me with red on the bottom. So I might want to have a blue block. I'm thinking like a blue block like right here. I'm going to turn down the music. I realized I turned up the music when I left for a little bit and I didn't turn it down. So how's everybody's Sunday going? Or Saturday? It is Saturday today. Oh my God, Ben. How's everybody's Saturday going today? Enemy spawning cannons. Yeah. I don't know if I'll have like actual cannons that spawn enemies, but I do like the idea of just launching them into space and having the player have to figure out how to hit them, because the only way to finish the level is to hit all the enemies. So now we have this, and whoop. So what I'm thinking for this end part here is to have a moving platform. This Saturday is error prone. Yeah. I can agree with that. Actually, I kind of like the idea of having the exit down here and having bear with me for a second here. I'm scheming. Okay, so then this will move at a fairly slow speed. What do these move at? 2? 2. 2. Yeah, so 6. Nope, not that. That's 6. This 6. Actually, it'd be 5, wouldn't it? So we have that, and then we need to create, let's say yellow. And then we do just what we always do. Moving, move loop, move to 5. Yeah, 5. Everybody likes a good 5, am I right? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, so I'm kind of weird today, and I apologize for that in advance if I don't make any sense at all. Yesterday was a big old mess, and not in necessarily a bad way. It's just I had a lot of stressful things go on, and I did not do all that I wanted to, and it was kind of just annoying. Whoa. Hey, mostly useful. Woo, 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 woo. Bam. Oh, that is okay. I like that. What happened was I crushed myself because I had yellow facing upward and there was a yellow block up there. So I need to be like that. That shouldn't have crushed me. Oh, it's good to see you, Nadexu. I don't know how to say your name. I'm probably saying it wrong. But it's good to see you, and thanks for stopping by the stream, and thank you so much for the follow as well. But yeah, you have a good one, and I'll probably be around for a little bit still. I'm probably going to stream for another 2 hours or so. So yeah, I'll be here. There we go. Actually, this should probably just move 4. I don't know why the player got crushed there, but that was kind of concerning. So let's just move the player over here so I can test this a little bit more. First, we'll take out the enemy. There we go. Two hours? Yeah, I don't have it was the sideways block, but I don't know how I don't know how it crushed me that time. I might have been inside of it from the raising block, but I don't know. Inked, I have been streaming for about an hour and 15 minutes already, and I try to keep these at a minimum of 3 hours. It really depends on how my day is going. Some streams have been as long as 6 hours, 6.5. Some other streams have been like 2.5. It really depends on my energy level, what I need to get done, and what other things I have to do today. Oh, I need to wash this. So it varies, and when I say 2 hours, that's just kind of a rough estimate because I might get hooked into something. And if I'm hooked into something, I might just work on it for like another 3 hours. So it really depends. Okay, I like that there. I don't know. I feel like this level might need some work still. It's hard to gauge. Like, I want all these levels to be fairly short. Like, as much as I love Super Meat Boy's levels that are like a minute long, I don't intend to. Oops, I don't intend to make a ton of those, if many at all. Oops. Actually, another way of handling this would be to go like this and make this black. I actually like this better because that gives the player motivation to actually take out that enemy rather than just being like, well, I have to complete the level. I think you can make that jump. Let's just bring the player over again. Save some time. So now you can go like that, and then you have to get on top, and then you have to get over. I think that works better. It's a little bit more dynamic. Oops. I see yellow. It's like one of those things where they show you the color yellow or like the word red in yellow ink, and it's just like, what color is this? And oh yeah, I haven't beat all the enemies. Okay, it's also good to know that's weird. I'm stuck in the ground. That is because I thought I had code in place. So I'm moving against a moving platform, and the player's movement is affected by the moving platform's movement. Oh, see you later, guys. Nice. So yeah, that's a bug I'll fix at some point. Huh. I guess that's only when, no, chip clean, yeah. That code should exist in there. There's a 2D controller that I have that, that should handle that. If a player gets stuck in a wall, it should push them out. But either I disabled it while I was testing something else, or I broke it. So that's definitely going on the bug list because I do not want to forget about that. Cool. Okay, so color jumper development, bugs, player pushing against wall, moving down, pushes them through the ground. Oops. I don't think that one will be too hard to fix, to be honest. And the other reason, honestly, why this stream might be a little shorter is because I'm in this crappy-ass chair, and it's uncomfortable. Yeah, mostly useful. That's exactly what's happening because the player's movement is affected by. Oops. The player's movement is affected by the platforms that it touches. So if you watch, oh my god. Oh my god. It's the most frustrating jump on the planet, apparently. There we go. So if you watch when the platform's moving up, you can see the player kind of jiggling because oh, got crushed. You can see the player jiggling because the platform keeps pushing it up and then gravity pulls it down. So that's just something I have to take into effect, where if the player is moving down, they can't, or if the player is being affected by the platform to move down, they can't just get pushed through the ground. Because then you can do some weird no-clip stuff, and that might be fun for speedrunners, but that's not what I'm catering to. I don't want to have bugs that make the game look broken. I want to have bugs that make the game look fun. Which there is a distinction. Ah, I fucked it up. Reset. Okay, use the controller. Use the controller, Ben. Controllers are where all the cool kids play. Whoops. Didn't know you could get up there. .6. So I would say 7 seconds is a good number for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 seconds, 8 rotations. Again, these are short levels. 7 seconds, 8 rotations. I mean, I guess the easy way to mitigate that is just to go like this. There. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Problem solved. Bug fixed. 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29 introduces projectiles. Oh, that's kind of cool, mostly useful. I don't know how well it would work in this game just because I'm trying to... I think like all the mechanics that I have right now are basically all the ones I'm going to have in the full game. But yeah, I love thinking of new mechanics for this because there's so many that you can do. Okay, so I want to make this level 30. I want to have 5 levels of just moving platforms and enemies. See, that time it changed. Well, now there's 2 level 30s. Oh, for fuck's sake. So I want to have one more level. Oh, I can do that one. Okay, so there's a level that I've wanted to do for a while. So I'll have it level 29. The floor is lava. This is going to be a fun one. So what happens, this is a vertical one. Yeah, exactly, mostly useful. Like, I could keep adding mechanics and keep making the game more complicated, but there's 2 reasons why I don't want to do that. The first one is that the game doesn't need it, like, specifically. Like, having more mechanics is awesome, but that doesn't make the game any better. That just makes it more complicated. And then having more mechanics makes the game development process a lot longer. And honestly, excuse me, I don't want to spend 100 years on this game. I want to make the game and I want to make it good, but I don't want to spend my entire life working on one game. I have a lot of other game ideas that I want to take care of and do, and they're going to be interesting and fun. But like, until then, like, I can't just focus just on one game because it'll drive me crazy. So this level has a very simple premise, and it's one that I've wanted to do for a while, so I'm glad that I finally had an opportunity to take care of it. You got the floor, and it's lava. I apologize that this song also has me talking in it. Skip that. Okay, so what we need to do is we have this. It's moving. It does not loop because it doesn't matter. This just goes up by like 50. 50 might be too much. 50 is about right. Let's just keep it at 50. And we do that with the rest of these. Is moving, 50. Is moving, 50. And, oh yeah, we need to give a speed to these. I'm going to give it a speed of 2. I think that should be a good, a good speed. So basically, this is one of those traditional levels where, except, you know, there's actual, like, things to avoid. Oops. So yeah, it's just like, then you have to like navigate this whole area. I mean, right now it's really easy because you just sit on that. But you know. So I need to think of some interesting mechanics here while you get up to the top. I also think that this would be a good level for a collectible. I kind of want to like throw it underneath here, but that would be too hard to get. So I might just have it in a place that you have to like be super fast to get in and then get out. So I'm actually just going to add a collectible right now. Just so I don't forget later. I don't have an index on it or anything, so I need to go through and like figure out where each of the collectibles are and how many I want to have. I think I want to have like 20 total, which would mean that I would have 20 bonus levels after you beat the game. So there's that. I apologize that I'm like really low energy today. I've been having trouble keeping moving. Okay, let me just close this. So yeah, I need to think of an interesting way of making this happen for where the player needs to move up through this this mess. One neat thing you can do to start off. What did I hit? Okay, I hit something in Unity and everything changed to pathfinding. Okay, I'm just gonna save and close and open Unity again. I'm not really sure what I did there. I hit W. Maybe there was another button down or something at the time. Duplicate and push this over here. Like I could put the collectible down at the bottom here, but that's like too early in the level, I feel. You want that to be later on. Okay, you can't make that jump. So you have like two choices right here. You can either make this... You can't really make that jump, but you can go like that. And then... Because I like this because you can actually use the ground as a platform. But for the most part, you're going to be using it, or you're just going to try to avoid it, because if you're not facing the right way, you basically just die. God, I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. That's really bad form. I'm actually going to go refresh my water real quick and try to just wake the hell up. So I'll be back in a second. Yeah, and that's exactly right, mostly useful. You want to make sure that the player is good enough to get the collectible. Oops, sorry. Because otherwise it's just too easy. And I want the collectibles to be difficult to get. So, I like the exit being up here. I'll just have it like on a platform. Kind of jutting out from the wall. And then have the collectible kind of just be sitting over here. And then, so basically you have to go up here and then back down and then over to this side if you're fast enough. And it's like, I have a hard time making difficult levels because I want it to be like accessible to people. I don't want people to get mad, but there, see, this is my level right here. I did it. Oh no. So yeah, I need to figure out that balance between challenge and entertainment, because I still want the game to be entertaining. So, and I know that the Super Meat Boy version of this level, the lava actually moved really fast. So I might benefit from bringing this up to like 3. So the rough outline of this level is I want it to go kind of windy like this, and maybe have it actually just split really early. So have it like this and then have it split off. And then have some kind of way for the player to get the collectible and then duck down a little bit and then get out. Because there's one thing that I haven't been doing a whole lot in when I brought my glasses out to the kitchen, there was a box elder bug in my orange juice, which thankfully I was done with it already, but I'm like looking up now. I was like, did it fall from here? Or did it fall from the kitchen? Because I know it wasn't in there when I was drinking it. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. So yeah, a really basic version of this level would be like this. And you gotta go over here. Oops. And this is actually pretty good by itself. But obviously I can make it better. But just from a general idea, I think that this works pretty well. And then, so I'm just, yeah, so this is the part where it's just like, now I have to think and see how I want to actually, how I actually want this to play out. Because as it stands, this level works just fine, but it's very boring. It needs some challenge in the middle guts here. And, you know, one easy way to make the challenge, make it more challenging, is to add some death blocks. So, you can just go like this. And that should help. I'm gonna have to basically like test both sides of this. Yeah, that helps a lot. And it's like, the thing I like about that is it doesn't actually add much danger, but it adds a lot of perceived danger. Cause yeah, I'm too slow. Too slow. Cause all you have to do is just wall jump. Well, maybe I just got lucky the first time. I remember the programmer for I Wanna Be the Guy in like one of the Castlevania levels, he had a very, very difficult jump that he didn't know was very difficult. Like, it's a pixel perfect jump, but he did it correctly on the first try. So yeah, I'm getting to those too, Inked. I might maybe one of those in here wouldn't be that bad. I just have to make sure that it's timed properly so the player can get through everything in a reasonable manner. But for I Want to Be the Guy, like, or maybe it was I Want to Be the Boshi, I can't remember. But it's like, he did the jump correctly the first time, even though it's a pixel perfect jump and actually very difficult, but he did it correctly the first time, so he's like, okay, that's good. So he didn't actually playtest it anymore, and it's like one of the harder jumps in the game, but he just, you know, he didn't know, because and it's not really like a cautionary tale against playtesting or anything. It's just I found it very interesting. And that's one reason why I like watching speedruns, because the people that play those games are so ingrained in like how that game was made and how it was put together. It's very, very interesting. What color? I'm thinking that maybe I do something like this and like have a platform to another area. So you go like this, and then you switch it over to black blocks at the top here. Like that. So the player is basically forced to go this way because you can't drop back down. I probably will be changing these colors. Oops. So you go like this. It's kind of improv right here. I'm still figuring out what exactly I should be doing. And I can just take that out because that's not necessary anymore. Where's that collectible? There it is. Ah. Oops. So 9 and 35. I think I effed that up. No, it's still fine. Okay. It's very, very tricky with how my level, quote unquote, level editor. It's okay, Inked. I don't mind at all. So now, if we want to get up there, it's... Whoa, okay. Yeah, so this is definitely a little bit more challenging. Dang, okay, so that probably needs to be... It probably needs to be a different color for it to flow well. But I really like how this goes. Because it's definitely difficult. But it also has to be possible too, in a way that feels organic. Oops. Did I break that thing? I feel like every time I move that collectible object, I break its, like, guts. No, it works. Yeah, useful, send it over. I would love to see it. The other thing I want to avoid is having the player approach this collectible from the other side, but I don't think that's really an option. Lizard Eats Flies is now hosting my stream with 7 viewers. Thank you so much, Lizard. I will play a little piano for you in celebration of the 7 people who may or may not be joining this channel. I need to switch up my chord progressions. And raise my volume because I can't hear anything. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate that. Okay, back to music. So yeah, I need to get better at like my piano stuff. And actually, I think I can get rid of this. I'm trying to think of... I like your idea of having like a crusher in this level. And I do want to have like a crusher level. You can call it Wesley Crusher. But where I don't know if it would work in this like level context, just because there's already kind of the intent of a crusher moving up. And for those from Lizard's stream, if you would like to join my chat, you are more than welcome to. But that's one thing that I really don't like about Twitch streams, is that like if you host somebody, all your chats stay disparate. So everybody stays, in this case, everybody would stay in Lizard's chat, but they're watching my video. So it's like, how do I interact with those people? Also, I should change my video loop, because as much as I like leaves and trees, I like kitties more. Yay. So like that's kind of a bummer, because like hosting is such a powerful feature on Twitch, and it should be used more like often, but it's hard to get people to, oh, you can still make that jump. It's hard to get people to invest in that, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just, I really like hosting. It's just, it's difficult. What I want at that last jump there is to have the player go through the blue like that. Oh no. I actually kind of like forcing the player to wait for that red right at the end. So I might actually keep that. So there just needs to be something, well, there needs to be something here, and there needs to be something kind of over here. So what can we do? I don't have projectiles yet. This isn't farther along in the game. So I have moving platforms and I have enemies, and I can't add enemies unless I add an enemy at the end over here, which might actually work pretty well. But not for this level. I want to keep this level fairly simple, and I want to just have it more navigation based rather than having it based around conquering enemies. I also kind of want to make this area harder. So you can go like that. So they're forced to jump off the right wall, which is slower. I could also create a bit more of a barrier over here. To force them to make a more risky jump. Yeah, I don't even think the player can jump that high. I could pull like this seems like a classic Super Mario thing, but I could pull like this whole wall moves back and forth just slightly. And then maybe have some blocks over here as well. No, I don't know about that. So what is this? 3-2. 3-2. Whoa. No, that's not what I want. 2. Yeah, see, it's like that just seems like more of the same. I mean, the other thing I could do is I could have it. Oh, how would that work though? Similar to the elevator level, which comes up later. I could have it so there is an unpassable black area over on this side, like this. because I don't think the player can jump over all that. And then there has to be a blue side, or let's make it, no, I don't want to use red in this one except for the ground, the lava. So let's make this one yellow over here. Which basically forces the player to jump across. Nope. Every time. Oh, that moves way too fast. And yellow is the wrong color there. Probably, let's see, jump, jump, jump. Probably want blue. Let's try blue. 3, 2. I also want to make this move slower, so I'm going to bring this to 1. And yeah, I mean, mostly useful. You're thinking about making a level, and that's awesome. If anybody else has level suggestions, I would love to hear them. Because I really want to make this like a community thing. Like if people have good ideas, I want to celebrate that. Ah, shit. Yeah, I don't think this is like my easy route suddenly got very difficult. I guess I can just go like that too, which is no fun. So that's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't like the idea of moving this. As neat as it is, it's just too much for this level. This has to be a level of navigation, not a level of timing. Like, you have to figure out how to get through it as fast as possible. Which might mean that I just take this and I turn it into another kind of a snake. But I need to make sure that that's actually doable by the player in the amount of time that they have, because otherwise they'll just take the secret route, which is supposed to be harder. Okay. I'm fine with making the timing pretty tight. And you can get up that way too if you're crafty. So what I want to do in here now is add more of these death blocks because I hate my players. Am I right? I don't really want to listen to ambient. Yeah. I think that's evenly spaced. It is not. That's 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then these need to get shoved over. That glare. When will the sun ever go away? And then, just to be a jerk, you can go like this and just like block some people off so they have to be prepared in the way that they're facing. Yeah. Well, the kitty down there is a recording. There's no cats in the sun right now, I don't think. Yeah, maybe one. Either way, you're not wrong. Okay. Yeah, that makes it pretty hard. I don't like that you clip that wall there. There we go. Why am I using a keyboard? I should be using my controller like a rational person. Okay. Yeah, I think that that's pretty fair. And then, yeah, that's the exit. And if you wanted to, you could take the other direction, which is faster, and it also gets you the collectible. So really, I mean, if you were planning on going for... Oh my god, that's really hard to get in there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah. I think it's 15. One, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't think I can beat that going the other direction. Yeah, and you might be able to squeak your way in there, but... Yeah. 1... It's definitely not less less jumps though. And it looks like timing wise you got about 13 seconds to get gold. Yeah, screw it. Okay, let's try going the other way just to make sure. Ugh, yeah, that's rough too. And I like having two paths though. I don't like clipping that edge. I kind of want to change that the design of the level so you don't wall jump and clip that edge, because it's really disruptive to how the game flows. Yeah, I would say 12:05 for the time. And 16 rotations. 12.5, 16. So yeah, the first section's a lot easier now, which is okay. Like, I don't want to make this like fuck you hard right away. Oh man, those are rough though. I don't like that I'm clipping the edge. It's actually really annoying me, because it's throwing me off. And yeah, and that Inked, that you're not exactly wrong with that. But I mean, if you waited till the very last second with the just using the platform to push you up, I don't think you'd be able to get 12 seconds then, or 12 and a half. Oh, I guess you probably could. So you have to find a way to get up there sooner than they allow. Yeah, okay, I'll make it 10.5 because I just got 10.3. And I think 16 rotations is still fair. Yeah, okay. Yep. Cool. I like that level. I've wanted to do that one for a while. So we have 30 consecutive levels now, because it goes 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then 30, and then 32, which is just it's a big old mess. Oops. I like that. I like that these are very, very difficult, or they're getting difficult. So that's cool. That's very, very cool. So, where are we now? So this is the level that teaches turrets, and I feel that this level might be... it might be more appropriate for the level after the first level that teaches you turrets. I like that you can beat this in... no, that's not right. Two seconds. I keep changing the level, or like I keep reorganizing the levels, which also screws up the best times for everything. So if I went and reset everything, I could like play through the game. Why not? Let's play through the game, see how it flows, until level 31, where it'll crash because there's no level there. Still like that strategy. Oops. Good job. This level is very deceptive. Like, it seems so easy, and it is easy if you do it the easy way, but it's so tempting to do it the more difficult way, and get fancy with it. And it's possible to get fancy with, but it's really hard. Just like this, doing this the fancy way. Oh, I didn't get it. I'm not used to this level now. The flow of the levels changed. There we go. I have a really hard time getting that really short jump. I mean, there we go. You have to hit the controller for less than 4 frames. I think it's 4 frames. It might be 5. Whoa. Where was I going with that? Alright, this is level 17 now because I added another one. And platinum? Nope, platinum. I tried. I do want to do more levels like this one too, where it's just kind of this big branching path that you have to find the most optimal route through if you wanted to get gold. And that might be some of the levels later on, because at some point when all the mechanics are in place, I have to figure out... oh, geez, I forgot the path for this level. This one's actually kind of hard. It's level 17 now. Oops. I never really thought that level... Well, it might be the hardest. Ah, I fucked it up. This one's actually really hard to do proper because there's a lot of management involved to not get too cocky. Yeah, and I know level 16 has always been kind of a difficult one for people. Oh, right, you can't do it that way. Oh my god, I can't remember the path on this one anymore. This is where I reveal how bad I actually am at my own game because I don't know these paths. There we go. And knowing the paths, oops, shit, is really the only way that you can get through these levels quickly. Because if you don't know the paths, you have to just kind of suss it out, jump by jump. Whoops. But if you know the path, then it's super easy, and you look like a badass, just like boss fight numero 1. Okay. And then we get onto moving platforms. And then the pitfall level. Oops. Try that again. There we go. Yeah, so you can zip through this one pretty quickly if you do your jumps right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you can get past that first cycle, which I'm very interested in seeing what the speedrunners can do for that, because I think there's a lot of potential there. Where was I going? Wait. That enemy shouldn't be down there. Oh, he starts too close to the edge. He falls off. He's one step closer to the edge. There we go. Oops. Okay, that was weird. Must have just nicked the edge. There we go. Oh my god. Boss fights in this game will basically just be a large colored enemy, and you have to hit the sides while dodging various hazards. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's the level that breaks the game, because it doesn't exist. So I have a couple ideas of how I want to handle boss fights. Oh, good job. Yeah, so boss fights, I have, like I said, I have some ideas. That level works really well. I like that level, I just don't think that it's a good introduction to how turrets work. And then we'll have another interim level between that one and this one, and this is kind of where stuff gets a little bit more real. Ugh, you can make that. You definitely can make that. There we go. It's just scary. I want to beat all my levels. Okay, stop trying to be fancy. Let the other people who know how to play my game be fancy with it. I'll just do it the dumb way. Oh my god. I kind of feel like I need more of a ledge over there, because it's very easy to make that jump and then just fall off into this stream of death. Oh God. Hilarious. Okay, made it down here. And the collectible is gettable. Oh my God. I might have to change how those black tiles on the bottom work because they're very disruptive to my well-being right now. Oh my God. Well, everybody gets to watch me be awful at my game, so that's pretty cool. Oh, shit. How about I just I edit the level so I spawn next to the exit so I can say that I beat it. But honestly, I'm glad that I'm struggling with it. Like, I would rather struggle with these levels and make sure that they're actually hard because I really don't want this game to be a cakewalk. Hey, careful moose. How you doing? So yeah, that was level 32. Let's go to 34, which is a tried and true favorite. Oops, let's try that again. Ah. 6, 7, jump, 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 jump. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then we introduce lasers. This level is easy enough. And then we have the ever-famous Aurora Borealis level, which I always try to do the cool way because I'm a cool person, right? Oh, hey! I've gotten 2 longtime Twitter followers join the stream today, and thank you so much for sticking by or swinging by. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this game. It's getting there. I'm working on the level design now, and I'm realizing how complicated level design can actually be when you do levels like this. Which I think is supposed to be a little bit more intimidating by density than actually by like complexity, because the level itself is fairly simple. But again, it's one of those things where you learn. Oh, excuse me, my nose itches. You learn how the game is kind of put together, and then so yeah, these are levels that used to be in the demo, but now they're getting pushed back to other parts of the game. I don't know why there's so many particles that shoot out when the and then this level needs to get fixed. I don't know what's going on with that. That's weird. I must have changed something and not changed this. I wonder if all these 3 levels are like that. Yeah, they're not. Oh, they're not in the system in the same way. So I can't test those until I get them in there, which is no biggie. So yeah, things are going well. I added a couple more levels. I'm still working on these, so I have all those. And then I have level 30, which I feel should be level 31. I kind of want to go and see how Super Meat Boy introduced their like saw shooters. If I remember correctly, it's actually a level similar to this one, except less complicated. Where it's just you have the stuff going along the bottom, so you have You have plenty of time to jump over it. I think that's how Super Meat Boy introduced it. So I might do something similar, because this level is kind of overwhelming, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not necessarily a good thing, because I don't want to just freak players out right away with a bunch of junk. Where's level 29 in here?
Don't worry about it. Happens a lot when I'm right. I dropped the mic.
So I might have like a vertical ascent level where it's not terribly complicated in the fact that you have to navigate a whole lot, but it introduces the concept, and it injects some kind of danger, so it might take a couple tries to beat, but not a level like this, which will take a ton of time to beat. So mostly useful. I think you're a regular. Yeah, you're a regular. You can post a link. And I will check it out. As long as it's not a big picture of a butt. I don't want to have a Color Jumper butt edition. It should be good. Ow. Oh, a braid. Oh! Careful Moose is now following. Thank you so much, Careful Moose. That is interesting. So this is the level that I actually like this a lot. This is actually really smart. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Okay, so who followed? Was that you, Moose? Yeah, you followed Moose. So, as is tradition, Moose, I'm gonna jam out on the piano just for you. Moose! No, I'm not gonna sing though. Whoa. That's kind of formless. There we go. Anyway, I kind of lost it over there. I like this level idea though. I am going to steal that as mine now. Copyright Ben. No, I'll definitely credit you on this. This is very smart. It's very smart. I don't know what I would call it though. Like tram ride. How would I do that? Yeah, and then there's the crushers, like basically the thing that crushes you if you're not facing, or if you're facing the wrong way. Unfortunately, I'm not able to like move the character up and down as well, or it would have to be either up and down or left and right. But the way that I handle the rotations or the movement, it doesn't allow two-step. But totally gonna use that. Special delivery. Well, you made the level. It's up to you. Okay, so what I'll do is I will make that one level 30. I think. Yeah, I'll make that level 30, and this will be 33. Oh, fuck off. This will be level 33. No, level 33, not just 3. on level 32. And let me make sure that these actually moved over correctly. Yeah, 32 and 33. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. I don't understand why. It's very, very annoying. And like this one just doesn't exist in the list anymore. I feel like Unity doesn't always update things as they should. Okay, so level 30. Yeah. Mostly useful, except for that one time where I accidentally called him mostly useless, where I still feel kind of bad about that. So, level 30. Well, in this case, I guess these are all one by one. And how big should they be? I'd say like 8. I think that's pretty comfortable. Maybe this has to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's just make it one bigger. Okay, take care, Moose. Thanks for swinging by. Hopefully I see you again. And this is also a really good level idea because you can reuse it a couple times. Like the first time that it's introduced, it might go very slow, like probably this time. And the next time it might go faster and there's more things, or it might go faster and you have to worry about turrets. Mostly useful. I also kind of want this to be long. Actually, no, I don't want it to be super long. The one thing that people complain about in speedruns is auto-scrollers, which is basically what this is. However, if I make it short enough and still fairly difficult, I think that it's acceptable. Listen, half of these levels are ones that I've stolen from other people. Like, you're the one that inspired the level. You're going to get credit for it. Don't worry about it. Either I'll have like something in the level saying, "Hey, thanks to Mostly Useful for providing the level idea," or I'll have it in the credits. Yeah, this will be an auto-scroller level, but I think if it's an auto-scroller level that takes like 15 seconds, that's not really the end of the world. Dangerous exit. What do you mean by a dangerous exit? Like a second exit that's harder to get to? Because I mean, you can get crushed here if you're on the bottom side of the. If you're on the bottom side of the thing, you will get squished. Right. Special delivery. Humans will live forever. I like this song. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to be a dick, you could have the red or the top be like red, so you have to escape at the end. But again, this is an idea that I might be able to reuse a couple times in various ways. Like there might be another level where it goes up instead of to the side. So I think that there's some definite possibility space here that I can mess with. I don't think that's the right gaming term, but whatever. So how long does this take? Well, it helps if I actually set it in motion. I always forget to do that. Time to move. 2. Too slow. Let's make it 10. Yes, quite literally. You're absolutely right there. There are a couple problems with this. For one, the player's jumps it is kind of the I hate speedrunners level, but it's still very fast. Like it's still like a 9-second level, so it's the thing that people hate about auto scrollers, from what I understand, is that they're usually like 45 seconds to 2 minutes long, and I feel that that's a detriment to speedrunning because it often requires a lot of waiting. And the thing is, with this level, you're not waiting. You're still executing on the game. You're just doing it in a confined space. So if it's still in a confined space, I feel like it kind of doesn't apply the general auto scroller rules because it still does not take very long, and you're not just sitting around. Like a lot of auto scrollers, like if you look at Mario, a lot of the time you're just doing something on the far left side or far right side of the screen, and then you're just waiting for the camera to catch up to all the stuff that you've done. In this case, you're basically just running through this gauntlet and just trying to get to the end. Now the problem is, like with jumping and stuff, like it's a little tricky, but let's see how fast. I mean, obviously the time on this level is going to be pretty set. So like 8.75 is gold. And then I need to fix the background because right now it's bleeding through the edges here, and I don't want that. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind that somebody will optimize this and make it like shave off half a second somehow. So now I just have to make hazards, which is pretty simple. I want to give the player a little bit of space to begin with before throwing stuff in there. So like that, and this is kind of what you had in mind. Like that, and then, so after 2 jumps, the red would be on the top. Yeah, well, if you clip through the black box, you'll just end up in black, so good luck with that. So then you have a green wall here, because you just jumped twice. Hey, Nathan. How's it going? So you got your thing. You're just like, oh no, oh okay. That's weird that it kind of pushed through. Whoa! I don't want it to loop. So one thing I need to check out is why it let me push through there. I think I have some bugs in my code when it comes to handling moving platforms and how it kind of pushes the player through things. So if I did something like this, it kind of forces you to be over against, yeah, it's like you're going so fast that it kind of pushes you through. The box should just crush you if you miss it. Are you talking about this? Like the exit? Oh, yeah, if you miss the exit altogether. Yeah, that's not a bad idea either. Extra layer of dickishness. Whoa, there we go. Get to the front of the box to reach the exit. Well, yeah, I mean, I could just remove that, which might be interesting if I just go like that and see how that affects it. So I shouldn't have gotten crushed there. But I did. So this seems like a good level to test like how my moving platform stuff works, because I'm running into some fairly annoying issues regarding just how it handles that stuff. Because like pushing against the back wall makes you jiggle like weird. Like that's not okay. Okay. So I can do this for a little bit, like this. And then have this here, and then have, oops, not that, have this be like this, and have this like this. So force the player to kind of just hover in the middle. Middle though, it keeps you pushed against the back, so you want to get to the front for the quickest time. Yeah. And this green really isn't doing a whole lot, so what I might do is I might just replace that with something else. And like I've mentioned in the past, the code in this is not perfect, which is okay. It's okay not to have perfect code, because I'm definitely going to try to go through and fix some of that. But like I don't want to design the level in a way that shows off some of the mistakes in the code. So yeah, there's this part, which actually is very hard. Flappy Bird-esque, I would say. Ooh, yeah. That's kind of interesting. Oops. Yeah, that's actually pretty challenging. You know what it reminds me of Battletoads. For those who ever played Battletoads. Yeah, it reminds me of like a Battletoads level, the speeders, the bikes. That's kind of a cool level. Thanks for suggesting it, Mostly Useful. I think that I'll probably go back and like edit it a little bit more just to kind of tune it. But just from a general level perspective, that one's pretty cool. I appreciate your support. And your suggestions, of course. Okay, so I need to get back to level 31, where I am working on introducing dumbfire turrets. Excuse me. I'm still looking for box elder bugs. I don't want any to fall on my head. Okay, what am I at for time as well? 2.5 hours. I am going to stand up and walk around for a second just to get some energy back because for some reason I'm really flagging today. So I'll be back very soon, and yeah. Yeah, Mostly Useful. Like I definitely like your sketch idea though, like having this stuff kind of jutting out. I might do that as well just for stylistic purposes, but I'll be back in just a second, guys. So the other reason why I've been taking breaks is because I'm sitting on this chair that's not very comfortable. And hopefully I can get my other chair fixed or replaced sometime soon. I discussed it last night on Tim's stream, but what happened was basically the bottom is held up by like that metal plate, because it's like the metal plate and then there's the pylon that goes down and then the wheels. But that metal plate is actually connected to where all the pneumatic stuff is. So there's like this little box on the metal plate, and there's 2 screws that go in there. And one of those screws sheared off, so it just wobbles now. Makes me feel a bit like a fat ass, but like that's just how it goes, I guess. So right now I'm just sitting in this dining room chair, which is far from comfortable. But that's what I got to deal with today, and probably for like the next week, which sucks. But what are you gonna do? My wife said that I could take her chair, and I'm tempted to do it, but I don't want to break her chair too. But it looks so comfy. Okay, I'm gonna take her chair. Yeah. Ugh, oh my god. Her chair is actually probably infinitely more comfortable because she has a sheep pelt in the back. It's not perfect, but I don't want to mess with her settings. Okay. I feel shorter now. Just a second. There we go. It's so squishy. Sheep pelts are pretty awesome. Okay, so I need to go to level 31 now. Yeah, and that's what I need to do. I need to go get a good quality chair. Because the one that I got that broke was from Costco, and it was like a $150 chair. And while it's a good chair, it is not a chair that is apparently high quality. So you could go get those gaming chairs or whatever they're called. I'm assuming those are for people who just sit at their desk all day like me. So this level is going to teach projectiles. I kind of want to just take a break and play Super Meat Boy. I might do that. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. Super Meat Boy. Because I haven't played Super Meat Boy in a long time. And I think I just need to sit down and play some video games for a second or two. And, you know, I can say that it's research, right? Oh, it changes the resolution on me. I can't see chat anymore. Oh, and it crashed. So maybe I won't play Super Meat Boy. I think, if I remember correctly, it crashes when OBS is running. Let's see if it crashes again. No? Okay, so if I Alt-Tab out, can I play it in windowed mode? I'm sorry if you can't see anything right now. Off. Hey, there we go. Now, can I resize this? Oh, that's too big. Well, it's not perfect, but there we go. Look at those cute little bunnies. B is back. Okay. Okay, so I haven't played Super Meat Boy in a while, so I'm just going to go through a little bit, see if I can I think I 100%ed a lot of this. Now I'm just going to do Meat Boy. So the thing about Meat Boy is it actually has a run button, which Color Jumper doesn't have. And I debated on whether I should add a run button at one point. But I feel like in the long run it's not good for the game, for my game. Like Meat Boy has more jumping options. And I think it works better for this game because there's no like combat or anything in the same way. So it's like the teaching how this game goes is actually really good. Like how the game teaches you how to play rather than having a tutorial. And I kind of want to have blocks that dissolve when you touch them in Color Jumper, but I'm not sure how that would work in the context of the game. Like, what color would they be? For one. That's a cool level. So yeah, this is the easy levels, and I was thinking about making 1 or 2 levels like as an homage to a level like this, which is fairly simple still, but more maybe a level like this where it's has some depth to it. Okay, so this is where they teach you the projectiles. So yeah, and then they force you to do a little bit of dodging right up here. See, oops. I'm still not used to these controls. I'm used to Color Jumper controls, which are similar, but just different enough. Ugh. And I like games like these just in general because they punish you for going fast. Ugh. I hit the ceiling when I wasn't supposed to. Because if you go slow in these levels, they're very easy. But you know, that's no fun. And then I have a level similar to this that I want to make. And it's another thing that I wish that I could have like the rotating ones like that in Color Jumper, but I don't think that it would fit just because the idea of the level design... Oh, I almost had it. The idea of the level design... It's not jumping when I tell it to jump. I think my controller is getting old. Come on. Yeah, my controller is not registering my jumps right. There we go. And then, yeah. I don't feel like having the rotational stuff would fit very well in Color Jumper because everything is so based on a square. Nope. Next one. Okay. So again, like, these levels are very easy if you go slow, but the game encourages you to go fast, like, all the time. The test. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. And then this was the other part of that Color Jumper level where you're kind of falling down between the things. I did it. Let's look at some harder levels. I'm not going to play the entire game, mostly because the entire game gets very hard near the end. Whoops, forgot about that jump. But, it's just like getting to the hospital. You can see how it's focused more on, oh, stupid. Focused more on precision platforming again. Like, it gets rid of all the shooty guys and everything else, and it just goes back to platforming while you get used to... dumb. You just get used to how things go again. And this is level 6 in Color Jumper, basically, where it's teaching you to wall slide and get used to all that. Oops, there we go. Teaching you short jumps. Ugh, and the fans. I really don't like the fans. I think a lot of people really hate the fans in Super Meat Boy. Because they're very unpredictable and they're very unforgiving. And they give you a lot of interesting control and mobility in the level, but I feel that in the long run it's just detrimental to how the game might be played. There we go. Oops. I thought you could make that jump. Maybe not. I should have music playing or something. I don't know why the music turned itself off. Maybe I turned it off. I can't remember. Either way, I'm not going to play this forever. I like levels like this. I might make a color jumper level like this that's crazy, crazy open, and you just have to navigate your way to the top. And obviously this art style is awesome, but it wouldn't work in color jumper for very, very obvious reasons. Come on. For very obvious reasons. But like this art style was one of the reasons that got me interested in Super Meat Boy initially. Just because you could see everything and everything is still very clear, but it's very stylized, and I think that's really cool. Ah, fuck. Okay, now I'm stuck down here. There we go. Yeah, you got me. You got me mostly useful. Nah, it's hard to think of you guys as fans. Like, and that I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean like I think you guys are just friends, like people that I hang out with, and that yeah, you might like the stuff that I make, but hopefully it's just like it's just cool to hang out with. Right, those shoot. Oh, for fuck's sake. Going too fast for my own good. And there's a key that drops there. Yeah, you don't need that key. That's for the warp zone. And these little blobs are cool. I might add something like that because that would be fairly easy to add, and it would definitely create another layer of dodging. I mean, you'd still have to worry about cycles in the same way, but yeah, I don't care about warp zones. More fans. I effed this up. There we go. I'm looking forward to being able to make levels with keys in them, though. Because there's so many cool things you can do with keys that work with just blocking off the level in ways that... oh, right. Lasers. Oh, come on. I'm also used to playing this game on a keyboard. I actually beat the entire game on a keyboard. Ah, too early. That didn't work. I thought you could just, like, button mash there. Oh, fuck's sake. I don't know how I would do that level in Color Jumper, just because of I love this level. This one's one of my favorite levels. It's a good way to show how keys can just change the way a level works. Oh, I thought you could just fall in. Whatever. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, anyway, I have some ideas. Super Meat Boy. Well, I'm glad that that game actually works. I think the last time I tried to load it up, it crashed on me like it did the first time. So I'm going to try to make 1 or 2 more levels, and then, yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like I need to take a nap or something. Because I have to finish this chiptune project too, and I got fairly far on it, but it's like it's not exactly where I want it to be overall. It's a cool song, but I mean, this is exactly what the guy wants, so it's like I can't complain too much. So I like this song. I feel like sections like this where it's just like bloop 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 bloop. I feel like it's kind of dull. So I want to go through and fix it up a little bit more. But yeah. So I need to finish that today. I have to start another chiptune song today and finish that one tomorrow probably. And like all I want to do is just sleep. It sucks. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what. Yeah, take care, Inked. I appreciate you for swinging on by. It means a lot to me to be able to see you as a regular. Take care. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a level fairly similar to that one from Super Meat Boy, where you're basically just jumping over the platforms that are on the bottom. And then you'll have some on the top as well on the final floor. And I don't have real qualms with lifting ideas from other people, from other games in the same way, because it's all going to end up different anyway. So it's not going to be a one-to-one copy in the same way that, I don't know, something else would be. Yeah, so I can fit this all on one screen, but I'm not going to. I'm going to lock the X and or lock the X and leave the Y free. That way, yeah, so you can go up and then go across again and then go up again and then go across on the third time and then get to the end. What did I name? I think I named oops. Cancel. 30. Yep, that's 30. This is 31. What did I name 32? Dumbfire. And I think I named 33 Mrs. Dumbfire based on Mostly Useful suggestion. I can't remember. Oh, why isn't the music playing? There you go. Okay, so with this one, I want to keep it fairly simple. I like that you're contributing so much to this game, Useful. It means a lot to me, actually. Okay, so this needs to go up just a little bit more. Just a scotch. Okay, so this can be here. This can get moved down a little bit then. To like right here. Okay, how big are these turrets again? I thought that they were bigger than that. Turrets, dumb turret. Yeah. It needs a little bit more space. Well, it's true. Like, I think devs as a whole appreciate people who engage with the dev. Well, that's assuming that I actually make any profits. I mean, that's quite an assumption right there. I genuinely hope I do, because I've mentioned this before, but one of the major purchases that I want to get out of Color Jumper sales is I want to buy a Vive, because I want to make VR games, because VR games are awesome. I see my friend Amy making VR games all the time, and I'm like, I wish I could get on that bandwagon, but I don't have $800 lying around. So if I can get some financial support via vis-a-vis, if I can get financial support through selling my game, then I'll buy a Vive, and then it would be super cool to make Vive games. Yeah, and that's one of my problems is I wear glasses as well. Okay, I'm gonna have to slow down the fire rate of these guys a little bit. Trying contacts. Ugh. This needs to go over here, and this needs to go over here. I don't know if I could handle wearing contacts. I wish I could, because I think that it's very beneficial, especially for playing games like that on the Oculus Vive. But oops. See? Proving that you can indeed die on this level. It's not hard, but I don't think the point of this level isn't to be difficult. The point of this level is just to show that, oh, that's what these guys do. Because you saw how fast I blew through the tutorial for turrets. Although I might make their fire rate a little faster, because 2 seconds is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I don't like I don't like touching my eyes in that way. Like, it's so uncomfortable for me. So I'm not sure what I could do there. I might lower this one down. Right now it's not much of a threat. That's a little better. Again, it's not hard. It's just I might put these down to 1 just to show that, yeah, I can change the fire rate if I wanted to. It's just a variable, boy. Gotta make progress. Gotta make progress. Okay, let's do some timed. I think you can skip that. I should go back to controller. Okay, where's my controller? Okay, here we go. Bam, bam, bam. I think you can make that. But I keep trying and it's not happening. I'll leave that maybe to the speed runners. Ah, dang it. There it is. Oh, I had it and I chickened out. Yeah, okay. The second section is very difficult, but that's okay. I think. It's possible that I might have made it a little too difficult, at least for an introduction level like this. Oh, yeah. You really have to thread the needle with these. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump. You get there eventually. So I think this one might be too hard. So it's an easy fix. Like, I just go to this top one and change it to 1.5. And then go like that, like that. Ooh, that's like perfectly timed for speedrun disruption. Yeah. Come on. Oh, that was loud. I don't know why I'm struggling with this so much. I'm trying to be fancy with it, and I guess that's kind of what makes the best levels, because if you get fancy with it, then you end up fucking up. Okay, I'm just gonna make them both 1.5, I guess. Because it just requires so much jumping. Yeah, but see, that's so easy. Yeah, it's just too easy this way, though, and that I don't like that either. No, it's not bad. Yeah, and I was thinking I could do like 1.25 or something. Yeah. Honestly, I just don't need that there at all. I'll try that again. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I think gold can be about 8 seconds on this one. Nope. I think the single one's 0.25. No, I think the threshold, like, I programmed it so you can't get lower than 0.5 because that messes up with the animations. So I think you can get 7.5 if you get the cycles. Oh, yeah, that was close. There we go. That's 6.5. Yeah, if you get the cycles right, you can get 6.5. It's just getting in front of that one there, and that's hard, actually. There we go. So this is a 6.5. Yep. Yeah, that's doable. 6.5. How many rotations though? What's the minimum number? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. 1, 2, 3. That's a really hard jump, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn it. I'm thinking like 10. Shit. I got this eventually. I'll get this eventually. 2, 3. Damn it. That jumps very hard. There we go. 9. 9 is pretty good. You might be able to get it an 8, but I think 9 is pretty fair. Yeah, 9 is fair. But yeah, I think you can get it in 8, but that's okay. Cool. So that's another level done. For now, I might add a little bit more complexity to that one in the future, just because it is fairly plain. But if it's introducing a new mechanic, it should be plain, like in my opinion, because you don't want to burden the player with a ton of new mechanics. What do I got left on here for ideas? I have 3 level ideas left, but I don't know if I'll be able to do them today because I'm actually really tired, which sucks because I slept a lot earlier today, but I haven't been sleeping super great. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to end the stream now, and I hope that I'll be able to jump back on later tonight because I don't have anything else going on. Oh, that was loud too. I'm going to turn that off. And then I can work on music stuff later tonight. But right now, I think I just need to lie down. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I hope I'm not getting sick because just feel kind of crappy. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right now, and I think later today, maybe even in an hour or so, I might pop back on and work on music stuff. But for the time being, I think I just need to take a mental break. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, check out my YouTube channel, Ben_Burns. That's BURNES. If you are on YouTube watching this, check out my Twitch channel because I have content on that is exclusive to both. If you just wanted to get in touch with me and chat, you can find me on Twitter at Ben_Burns, BURNES. And if you wanted to support me on Patreon, you can find me at Ben_Burns, BURNES. I make music, 1 song a week. And I also make a lot of YouTube videos that are fairly unique and cool. So thanks, everybody, for swinging by. Thank you so much to Nod Exu and Careful Moose for subscribing today. That means a lot to me. And I will hopefully see you a little bit later today. It just kind of depends on if I'm hoping to take like a half-hour nap, but it might end up being like a 3-hour nap, depending on how things go. So I will see you guys later. Thanks so much. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.